Okay, so this wasn't the plan.
Nope, absolutely not.
This was just supposed to be a conversation that stayed between us,
Yeah, and then we were like, fuck it, let's just share our dirty laundry.
which feels like a terrible idea.
Or the best one we've had in a while.
We're sisters, twins basically.
And we keep having these conversations where we realize we probably should have been saying this out loud.
So here we are, in soft pants.
Or no pants, talking about hard truths.
And no one asked us.
But we're saying it anyway.
I'm Alex.
I'm Lonnie.
And this is Soft Pants, Hard Truths.
So let's talk about versions of ourselves that we used to be, or what the words we would use to describe them, or like if we could categorize our identities.
Do you remember that time we used to wear a ton of like matching tracksuits, like Juicy Couture?
God, Mom got us matching ones once. Do you remember? Were they from Delia's? The blue velvet ones with the orange stripes down. They were like the Adidas stripes, but they were fake down the side. Do you remember those? Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I wore that like in like 9th grade with big ol' hoop earrings and like brown lipstick and lip liner.
Yeah, we were kind of ghetto.
Yeah. Was that the New York in us or was that just us?
Yes. That was very much so the New York in us.
God. And then I'd wear it here.
When we moved here,
I didn't fit in here at all.
well, yeah.
That on.
When I moved there, not here. When I moved there, I had Saucony's, Nike. I wore Air Maxes before they were cool. Saucony's, Nikes.
Nobody dressed like that here.
Like Reeboks.
Yeah.
And I remember when we moved to California and everyone picked on how we dressed. They were like, those are dad shoes. I'm like, fuck you, they're cool dad shoes.
Whatever.
What do you mean you guys don't wear these? And now it's like the cool thing to do to wear sneakers. All psh. I was styling before y'all were even born.
No shit.
You're not even a sparkle in your mama's eye yet.
And we were still dressing like that when you were 20 years old. Remember all your like one shoulder shirts that you wore?
Again, they're coming back now.
I know, I freaking love them. I don't know why they ever really went out of style. Though I'm not sure I ever stopped wearing things that went out of style so much.
No, it was our identity. It was like who we were.
Truly. Okay. So what other identities or versions of yourself would you say existed at this time?
So I feel like at that time when we moved,
yeah,
I had like that chill identity. I wasn't loud.
Yeah. Oh no, we were loud. You were loud. I'm sorry. I love you. Everyone's loud when they're from New York. Just it's like built in.
I meant like emotionally.
Oh,
like yes, we were loud. We were very loud all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like emotionally I was very quiet though because it was safe because like we didn't know anybody in Arizona.
No.
I had no freaking clue. Now? Nah, not at all.
Even if you don't know people, do you find yourself to be loud?
No,
emotionally.
I'm very quiet.
Okay, so that hasn't changed at all then.
Not much.
No.
But I still feel like it was like an identity that was created because of that move.
That's
like
fair.
I'm gonna just be quiet and chill and like keep to myself.
Yeah.
That changed when I moved here, because when I moved here, I got like this business identity.
Interesting.
Had them yeah, so I was in Arizona. I worked, tried college again. But like I just worked.
Did you really?
Yeah, for like 2 months. And then my psych teacher, because I was going to school for criminal psychology. And my
Why
psych
do I
teacher
not remember this?
Really?
No. Not even a little. Not even a little. Okay, sorry, keep going.
I went to school for criminal psychology. And then
Mind blown right now.
2 or 3 weeks into college, my teacher was like, here are all of the professions that you guys put on your thing that you want to like lean towards. So we knew how to like do the class. And he put how many years you're in school for everything. And I was like,
immediate deterrent. Gotta go.
Literally, I was like, I'll take my pink slip and I will go withdraw from all of these classes right now. Thank you for not wasting my time.
What did you want to do?
Didn't you see the movie The Cell with Jennifer Lawrence? Not Jennifer Lawrence, Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
And Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah. A long time ago.
She's the psychologist, like therapist, and he's the like serial killer, fucked up. And like she wants to study like how he becomes who he is and like what happens in his childhood.
Yeah,
and then
like
she gets
behavioral unit.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do that.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That's literally what I went to college for before I changed my major.
No, you went for speech pathology.
Right. I changed it to speech pathology. I went to school. So my major was biochem. And my minor was criminal justice because I wanted to do forensic psychology. That's fucking weird. Trippy. I went to college before you went to college, bitch.
Bullshit. I went to college when we lived in New York.
Okay, but before you went for that, I'm not trying to be you, ho.
Yeah, you are. I ain't a ho-ho.
That's
I'm
funny,
not a
though.
ho-ho.
You a ho-ho.
Anyways, you were saying what?
Side note, speaking of ho and ho, Elena still makes me sing Christmas songs at night when I put her to sleep.
That's hilarious.
I'm still singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And up until recently, like having children, it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's not, it's Rudolph. In case you didn't know that. I hope I'm not alone in admitting that because that is a very vulnerable piece of information. Frosty the Snowman and Jingle Bells every night now. Since Christmas.
Yeah, no. I'd pretend that those songs have been retired and they need to go.
Yep. Grinch is sleeping, but apparently the songs are not. So, anyways, proceed. Sorry.
So back on track. So when I moved to San Diego, I had already had my photography business up and running, but that was in Arizona, not here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I came here, I was like, fresh start. We're going to be a businesswoman.
And you were.
Yeah. Because
you had, I think I said it in the first episode, you had like 6 businesses going at once.
Tornado of chaos.
No, it was so cool that you like, you didn't give up on any of them. You literally pushed them all through.
But I feel like that like identity that I had when I came here was like serial entrepreneur life identity.
Yeah, totally.
Which I still am. Which I still am. But if I was busy, then I was enough. Like I felt like I was getting things accomplished. Yeah. But now I'm like as tired and tattooing is enough.
But then take a nap.
But like I have like my side projects, but they're not as like loud. Like I have the terrariums, I have some other things I'm working on, but it's just not
backed
loud.
By an LLC.
Not this time around.
Yeah. Well, what was the one where you would do like workshops in conference rooms? Was that Lux?
No, that was under me. So I hosted women's networking events. So that one.
No, I love that.
That one that we did was at the Lafayette Hotel. We had sold out of tickets. It was 20 tickets. I had a makeup girl come, a hair girl, a wardrobe girl. I had like, I think Red Bull or Monster sponsored it. Another company, like local juice company sponsored it.
That was so cool. I remember being so proud of you in that moment. Like,
it was rad. We sold out. It was like, amazing. It was actually like really freaking cool because we sold out. And
I wish I would have come for that. I was in such a weird place in my life. I think that's what I was like divorcing and stuff. So it was weird.
Correct.
I was in San Jose at that point. Yeah.
Yes, you were.
So I would have been a little more supportive, I think, if I could have been. But I just remember you calling me one day and you were like setting up at the hotel and I was like, this is so cool. My sister's a badass.
I got voted one of San Diego's most influential women a few years ago.
I know. So cool. You've accomplished so much.
But it's wild because now I'm like,
retreat.
I'll pop out and be like, hey, she's back. And then she'll hide. Turtle. And then she'll come back out and be like, hey.
So do you think that's like a maturity thing or a like less, like you don't need as much validation in your serial entrepreneurship, or you feel like you're just content now with the things that you found in your niche of living?
I mean, I feel like I also kind of had like a desired identity.
Yeah.
Because like when you're desired and you're wanted and people want to book you or like boys, like I was in a new city. So it was like boys. Ting.
Oh, that's 100% one of mine for sure. Yeah.
But like to be desired felt like it was powerful, but it was also like protection in a sense. Cause I was like, I'm needed. I'm never going to go away. And as a Leo, I was like, I'm always going to be in the spotlight. You know,
it's funny you say that. We moved here and that was my first thing that I embraced, first identity that I embraced was being confident and desirable and sexual for the first time ever, you know?
Well, yeah, because I think that was more maturity though, because you were getting, like,
I was a baby when we moved.
That's what I mean.
Got attention when we moved. I got just
we were the hot girls from New York.
Yeah. Yeah, I got recognized. I had people that wanted to get to know me and date me, and I lost my virginity and quickly after moving here.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, that's a funny story. Do you remember when Jeremy outed me at the dinner table?
Vaguely. Very, very, very vaguely.
Yeah, so we were all sitting there swapping virginity losing stories because that's something we did as a family.
I mean, the things we talked about at our dinner table.
Right? God. And so we were sitting there and everybody was talking about how they lost their virginity. And Jeremy looks over the table and goes, but you're still a virgin, right? I'm mortified. Red in the face, like just exposed at the dinner table. Horrified. I just remember running upstairs, probably after mumbling some I hate yous, and locking myself in the bathroom upstairs. Like, yeah, I was clearly not a virgin at that point, but that was only like a month after moving into the house. So a couple months after we moved in to the state, to Arizona, I mean. Yeah, because that all happened at the apartment. Anyways, yeah, so
shnikes.
Okay,
well, with that being said, what do you feel like some of your early on identity changes were?
Well, the desirable one for sure. I think I tried to be desirable in New York, but it just wasn't in the cards for me.
You were also stupid young.
I was so young, and I mean, I had a back brace, for Christ's sake. I had braces.
You were cute.
I was not cute. I was a nerd, and I wanted to be cool. I tried so hard to be cool, and I wasn't.
Oh, I know. I would turn around, and there you would be.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, when we moved, it was like it was a clean slate for me. I could be anything I wanted when we moved here. And
but I love that.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I liked it. I got attention, and I think that's when I was a validation seeker, and a desirable attention seeker, because it was a taste of something I had never really experienced before, and it was really good to feel wanted in that way. And
absolutely. Yes.
Like by more than one person, you know? And so I was an attention whore. I was a makeout whore.
Ho-ho.
I was for a hot minute.
With men and women.
No, there was no women yet. Not in high school. College, yeah.
Bullshit.
Not high school. Oh, well, I mean, I made out with my friends, but Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, I don't consider making out like anything.
Okay, fine.
I don't know. It's just I was a makeout whore. Sure, girls and guys in high school, yes, but in college it, went a little further. Anyways, um, yeah. So I think the whole confidence in my sexual identity was the big piece of my identity when I was younger. And then once I made it through that phase and into college, I think I became a little bit more of like a self-aware, emotionally intelligent kind of person. I felt like after surviving all of the, high school shaming of being a slut or, whatever after that whole sexual identity discovery thing.
Wait, you were called a slut in high school?
Oh yeah. One of the guys that I hooked up with, um, he had a girlfriend. Not proud of that moment. And we had hooked up and he messaged me a couple days later and said that I need to go get tested. And he told the whole fucking high school that I gave him something.
I remember this.
And so that's when I had to tell mom, hey, so
remember this.
I came from school like in tears because there were rumors spreading about me. And so I came home and I told mom and I was like, I think we need to go to the doctor. And she's like, doctor, what do you mean? And I was like, I think I need to get tested. And she's like, are you like sexually active? Like, I know you lost your virginity, but like, are you still continuing? And I was like, yes. Didn't want to tell you like this, but yeah. And so she took me to the doctor. I got tested. I was clean for everything. And so I wrote him back and I was like, the fuck, dude? Like, why are you spreading rumors about me? I'm clean. What the fuck do you have? Well, it turns out his girlfriend had a fucking yeast infection. And so he was all irritated and rashy and thought I gave him something. So, and that you don't, go back to school on Monday and those rumors don't just go away. Right.
Yeah.
So that was fun for me to battle for a little bit.
I remember that, so I'm sorry I made you relive it.
No, it's fine. Honestly, like I'm fine now. But that's hard when I think I was like 16 or 17 years old,
Yeah.
And yeah, like I made some bad choices. I hooked up with a guy who had a girlfriend. Among
Haven't
other
we all?
stupid fucking choices. But like, I don't know. You don't come back from that in high school. And then, someone else does something slutty or stupid and then they take
the attention goes to the
attention off
next.
of you, yeah. But for a while there, it was me. It was fun. Yeah. But then once all that passed, I think I became a little more emotionally aware of like how decisions impact people. And
Look at you growing up.
I know. And then like learning how to read a room too,
Yes.
like understanding, tone shifts and body language. And I think that's when I became really in tune with understanding empathy and just understanding how people feel before they even communicate how they feel, if that makes sense, by watching them,
Absolutely.
And I think I took that through college and took that through like my 20s, thinking that I could protect myself if I could avoid the conflict by reading people before things would explode. And I think I used that as a form of protection because I didn't like conflict. I still don't like conflict, but I'm more aware now that not all
Just tell me
conflict can
whose
be avoided.
ass I got to kick.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I think it grew into a self-awareness and emotional intelligence that I needed. And I don't think I would have gotten there had all of that
No, because
earlier
you created this
discovery happened.
identity of yourself by going through something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of crazy that all of that growth happens when shit hits the fan. Like conflicts are good. Unfortunately, you learn and you grow and I don't know.
Well, we also create like a side of us or an identity that gets us through a moment or a year or school or a relationship or whatever. But they're not always meant to stay forever.
No. No. And that's funny that you say that, actually, because I mean, I think before we moved to Arizona even, and I've said this before, I was like overachiever, right? And I think I was that until we moved to Arizona and that desirable, confident identity took shape. All I wanted to do was impress people with my resume, you know? And I think that's still kind of, actually, now that I think about it, I'm still kind of that way.
There, yeah.
I don't think it ever really went away, because in looking back, like up until recently, when I was laid off, so I was laid off from trees. Was it a year and a half, 2 years ago already? A year and a half ago?
Yeah, it was about 2 years.
And up until then, I was like, oh my God, corporate life. I have to have the best resume, the most certifications, the best company
Overachiever.
on there. Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it ever went away. And then up until I was laid off, I don't think I was really forced to try and figure out who I was without that high achiever identity. I don't think I was ever really forced to understand who I was, if I wasn't performing.
Yeah, no, you were just allowed to be and allowed to feel and like
Yeah.
not always be like, are we in a competition? Who am I racing against?
Yeah. Oh, wild, man. Okay, so what other, like, as you moved through life, right? So you said what? Business, desire, and chill-ish identities. I'm kidding. As you moved into what, your 20s, 30s, would you say that those changed, or that life, as you gained experiences, complicated anything?
Yeah. Well, I feel like we constantly go through identities, right? Like, so those ones that I previously mentioned were, like probably when I was younger, but into like, even into my 20s and 30s, right? But I feel like after some of the things that I go through in life, because I am a genetic test subject for the government. Yes, I am. So
I know,
after my what?
you get all the weird shit.
Yeah.
You're like,
Thanks,
Dad.
guys. And Mom. The so we moved out here. Remember, I had my blood clot, almost died. Was in the hospital for 8 days.
Yeah, I remember. I drove your ass to the hospital. Like, what the hell can I do?
Passed out in the Legoland parking lot.
Yeah.
Mid heart attack, lung collapsing. We were doing great.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's
Scariest
fine.
moment of my life. One of scariest moments of my life.
So for listeners, we will get into all of the fun medical history that we have. So I feel like that started it, but then when I got tested and came back positive with the BRCA2 gene, I feel like it reignited a part of me. So after I found out that I got a blood clot from that disorder that I have, so I have a blood clotting disorder called factor V Leiden. You can have one broken gene from one parent or two broken genes from both parents.
I have one.
I am special. I have two. But before that, this disorder is not tested for regularly. People don't find out they have it unless they're dead or have a massive clot in their legs. Like, it's not what I had. The PE is like, it's a killer. I remember being so fucked up in the hospital and the doctors being like, she's lucky she's alive. People don't survive that.
I know.
So I feel like, because I don't want to say mom and dad didn't take it seriously. They didn't take it lightly, but I don't feel like they understood the severity behind it.
Yeah.
And not knowing anybody else
that, you mean?
No, just from that situation.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
So I feel like because nobody could support me, like actually like emotionally and mentally support me, right?
Uh-huh.
I used Instagram back in the day when it first came out. And I used hashtags for Factor 5 Light and blood clot PE, like awareness things and all this. And I had people like reach out to me from across the world and were like, oh my God, I'm on this blood thinner. What are you on? And I had this. What did you have? How long were you in the hospital? What did they do to get rid of it? Who's your doctor? Did you have to have surgery? And it was like I created this world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened. And then fast forward, I don't feel like I ever let that go. I feel like it's still a part of me because in my head, I'm like, we should all let's just all do things. More the merrier, you know? But then after the BRCA thing and having, like, even when I found out that I had it, like, Dad has it, but Dad, you don't got no titties. You don't got a baby box. Like, no one in the family knew what I was going through. No judgment, no, like, you know? But I again created a community and I've made friends with this girl even that wants to come on the show. She's in, fuck, I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. I think she's in Germany. And like we talked through her surgeries, my surgeries. No, it was
How
cool.
cool is that?
People would be like, oh my God, I know this person that had actual breast cancer. She had a mastectomy. Do you want to talk to her? And I'd be like, oh my God, yes. So I just feel like I
Do you think,
always
were you finding people to like learn more things? Because you've said it in the past, like you like to learn information about things. So were you trying to gain more information about how it impacted people, or did you just want to meet people that you could, you know?
I wanted to meet, I know I like authentically, I wanted to build a community. Not everybody that's in our life can support us how we need it supported for every situation that we're going through.
I feel
Like,
that's hard. Yep.
I love you and I'm your sister, but I might not be able to support you in something like your best friend can. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, like,
Yeah.
not everybody can do that. So, unfortunately, with two of these situations, like, nobody could emotionally, like, or mentally even support me. Like, I had no one to talk to about them. Like, so I need to create the community to talk about it.
Yeah. I love that. It makes me sad. I feel like I definitely could have been there more for you, and a lot of us could have been, but I'm glad that you found that community and people that went through it the same.
Well, I feel like that actually, you can be sorry. Apology accepted. But I feel like that also ties into like another identity that I feel like I created was I always had to have this purpose. I always needed to stay in motion. That really stemmed from the blood clot because I almost died. So it was like, I can't sit still. I have to have a purpose. What am I doing? What am I doing next? I have to achieve things. But it was complicated because a purpose is never a destination. It's like a wave. You constantly have to ride it. You constantly have to keep chasing. So it got complicated. I was fucking exhausted all the time.
Yeah. I can only imagine.
Like all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that ties into the business identity too. It's like just different parts of it that I feel like I kept or replaced or like how I tweaked it and recreated it, right? And then I think from there it ended up becoming a self-sufficient identity where it looked like strength and it was my whole personality for a really, really long time. But then when you have 10 surgeries and you can't do anything for 8 weeks, I was forced to ask for help. And you know me, I cannot do that. The
I
amount
love
of
that you sing
people.
song in like every episode. This is great. Keep going.
So I had to ask for help. So this like self-sufficient identity I can provide for myself. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm great. Everything's amazing. It got complicated because all of a sudden I have no family here. I have friends, but like, who wants to come make sure I sit my ass on the couch for 6 weeks? Who wants to walk my dog? Who wants to help me walk to the bathroom because I can't walk there by myself? Who wants to come help me take a shower? Like the most vulnerable fucking things. Even just asking for help in general is vulnerable. So that got real complicated for me.
I know.
Even
But
this
you made
last
it out the
one.
other side.
Yes, and now I feel like I have created that self-sufficient identity again.
good. That's good. You're in the season of you.
I know, but
you've been through so much. Holy crap, like thinking about it all. Jeez, woman.
I'm cute. I'm a shiny
so
star.
You're a ray of light.
I mean, life has lifed for me, for
It
us,
has.
for me.
Again and
but,
again and again and again.
You know.
Yeah.
I keep riding that wave. I keep going. I think I'll always have that purpose identity, but I'm slowly realizing I've always said I knew what my purpose was, but I feel like I'm slowly, like, really solidifying that.
What's your purpose?
I was going to say, what's your purpose?
I don't
like
know
a
if I
main purpose, because again, they change, we ride.
To be a good mom. Honestly, like right now, that's all I can ever hope to be day in and day out, as a good mom.
Why is mine always got to be so deep?
Okay, so what's your purpose? Building community?
In a sense, but I feel like I'm meant to help people.
Yeah, totally.
In one way or another, whether it's building that community or fucking therapy for people. Like, I can listen. And unfortunately, because of how much I've been through, I feel like I can provide a super safe space to talk about things. But then I feel like it allows me to help people because I am more empathetic and I am more compassionate and I am more driven and motivated because of everything I have been through.
I love that for you. And for everyone else that gets to witness it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know my purpose yet. I'm still figuring that out. I mean, I have my purposes like short term, but I don't like long term, like to help people. I don't know. Still working on that.
I mean, being a good mom is a purpose. Anyways, what do you feel like some of your identities that got complicated made you change?
Oh, so many things. First, marriage, right? I think entering any long-term relationship, as you're aware, you discover so much about yourself and other people. And then entering into a marriage, for me, multiple marriages.
You know, it's funny, you've been married twice and I've never been married.
Yeah, that's funny, I guess. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I mean, my best
Not
friend's younger
something I'm
than me
proud
and he's
of.
been married. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You think you're going into a marriage with everything figured out. You think, as you've said before, loving somebody should be easy, right? You walk into a marriage thinking, okay, easy road from here on out. And then you get into marriage and realize that it's not that. Your identity changes, as you go through this marriage. You become a mom as you go through this marriage. Your libido changes and doesn't match your partner's. Like, that's the crazy part to me. Coming from a place of true fear of disappointing other people and always wanting to make people happy while also trying to be super empathetic and harnessing that emotional intelligence that I've been, mastering for all of these years. The libido changing has been the hardest thing, I think, because it doesn't always match your partners. I walked into this marriage thinking, rainbows, butterflies, and then it just doesn't end up that way. And it gets complicated as all hell when you're trying to work through it. And I don't know, understanding all of that.
But I also feel like that plays a huge into, like, you being a mom because you also gave birth. Your body is gonna take so long to go back to normal. I mean, they say that it takes, like, 5 or 6 years for the female body and mind to be completely, like, whole again in a sense, right?
Well, yeah,
So
I'm still trying to figure out my own self-identity aside from being a mom. I'm
well,
still
yeah.
working through.
So I feel like even your motherhood has shifted who you
Oh,
are.
totally. Totally. Absolutely. I mean, when you first have kids, they are your, I mean, this is going to sound bad, but like when you first have kids, they are your whole world. Not that that changes, but as they grow and get more self-sufficient and
They
lean on
become
you
independent.
for less things, right? They don't, your body isn't making their food anymore. And, they can put themselves to sleep, hopefully, eventually. They rely
And
on
more
you for
rough.
less. They rely on you for less, right? And so you have time to figure out who you are outside of being their provider and caregiver. And that's a huge shift in identity for sure, is trying to figure that out. And I've noticed that with myself, I don't think I really knew who I was before having kids. So now I'm not only trying to find myself again, I'm just trying to find myself. Which has been really interesting to go through. Lucky for me, I have a very supportive spouse, and she lets me do crazy things like start a podcast to try and figure it out.
I do love that she fully supported this while I was there. It's like,
Totally.
Jill, I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. And she gives me time every night to do what I need to do. Not every night, but I'm a
Yeah,
parent and
like
a spouse.
when possible.
Like so still figuring that out after motherhood for sure. And then the desire, I think, has just being desirable after having children is something to overcome.
Absolutely.
For some people are like fully embracing the fact that they have, stretch marks and have had, children in their belly, and now their belly's not as flat as it once was. Or, some people get over that pretty quick. But for the people that don't, yours truly, it takes a bit. And so, just trying to become more confident, I guess. Finding that
Okay.
confidence again becomes more complicated. At least it has for me.
I can understand that in
Yeah.
a sense.
Yeah. Not that you ever wanted kids, really.
But that's
Right.
why also one of the reasons why I told myself I couldn't have kids.
Yeah.
Like, I work too hard for this body. I am selfish and I do not want children. I will adopt one or marry a human with a child. And then, I mean, obviously I can't have kids now because of baby box being retired. But you going through that is kind of why I didn't want to have kids. I've been anorexic half my life, so
Well, I
I would
become
not.
obsessed with the gym, so
That's okay. That is good. That is good because you can at least bring the babies to the gym.
totally obsessed. I can. Oh my God. Mom hack, you guys. Get the family gym membership, and there's freaking kid care included. So if you are a stay-at-home mom and you need a couple hours of a break, even if you don't work out, put your kids in the damn kid care and go read a book or something. It's worth it. I go and do podcast editing there. It's amazing. And the kids go play. Anyways.
Literally the best
Mom
thing.
hack. It's way cheaper than freaking daycare. Like we were paying like $2,500 a month to have the twins in care full time.
Have babies, they said.
Like, how gross is that?
That's terrible.
That should not be.
Wait, so you pulled them out of daycare?
Yeah, they're home now. While I'm not working. It didn't make sense. We couldn't afford it.
No, absolutely. It does
while
not
I'm
make
working.
sense.
So, I'm trying to work again, and I will. I don't want to commit to anything that's going to make me miserable. I've been working too hard to find happiness. So they're home with me every day. And Jill, when I need a break, big time. Because she works from home. So she can pop out and relieve me every once in a while. And she does, and she'll work out here. But yeah, they're home every day. So we go to the gym until Elena likes to dart into the street. Last time I went to the gym, she just booked it. I'm like, cool, I have Noah in this arm. Elena's pulling me this way. I'm like, I was not meant for twins. I was not built for this.
Here you are. You're doing great. You know what?
Am I?
You are doing
Am I?
fucking great. You're doing the best that you can, and you are a phenomenal mother.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's hard. But yeah, so that's my biggest identity changer.
Changer.
Midlife changer. Yeah.
Changer.
Motherhood, marriage. Yeah. I'm building back that confidence for sure.
Do you feel like you had to do like integration, or did any of them feel like you had to accept them forever or as a part of you, or like lessons?
Yeah, I mean, trying to find this confidence again. I think I've had to understand and acknowledge that seeking reassurance isn't a bad thing. It just means that you're vulnerable enough to know what you need and you're not afraid to put it out there.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning how to live with needing a little more reassurance than I'm used to. It's just different. It's so different. Like having to ask for help for things, like having to be that vulnerable. It's tough, especially when you hadn't done that in so long or ever, you know? So having to be
I
like,
think I'm
hey,
just annoying with my
I need help.
reassurance. I'm just like, love me. Hello. Tell
I
me I'm
know.
cute. I
Well,
got
I'm
fucking
there now.
cute
I'm
today.
getting there. But
Why
it's
haven't
tough.
you told me I was cute today? Just kidding. Totally just kidding.
Bitch, you know you're cute.
Thanks.
You know you're cute.
Okay, what else? What else do you feel like you had to learn, or was like a lesson or a resolution even, or
Yeah. Um, okay, so living with reassurance is one. I would say, with uncertainty is another. Like an ambiguous sex life that, comes and goes and ebbs and flows, and just having to be okay with that. In a marriage, and actually communicating through it and learning that, you know, things affect your desire. For me, I think it was a learning point where being desired sexually can only get you so far in a relationship. And yes, it's fun, and yes, it's important, but for me, emotional safety is the kingpin in a relationship. So, like,
yeah.
if I don't feel emotional safe, my libido is going to be in the trash. So, yeah, I think just understanding that mm, sex life is uncertain. Kids are uncertain. My day to day right now is so uncertain. I am not overachieving as, you know, on my resume by any means right now, because
Recording
I'm not.
this 3 days late.
No, for real. We record late. Like, I'm exhausted by the end of the day. I try and find a job when I have 5 minutes. I'm on my phone, easy applying on LinkedIn, which isn't even the best way to do it. And, like, I'm okay with that. I'm learning how to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. I'm trying to lean into it. So, I think just being okay with the fact that life is uncertain, and you can't have everything figured out. And you find the most productive change in all of that, you know, conflict, and when you're forced to make decisions. Who am I without these things? So
Look at you. Self-awareness.
growing. How about you? What lessons have you learned? What integration into your current life are you experiencing?
That I'm becoming someone who is both guarded but also soft.
Do tell.
Like, I could be guarded. I can have my walls up. I'm allowed, but I can still be soft, not as aggressive. 'Cause
You
when
can
I
be
don't,
communicative about your guards being up too. Like,
oh,
hey, I'm
I
not
mean, I
comfortable
always
in this
am. I mean,
situation.
I absolutely am, but I'm just saying in general, like, I would like to be guarded but soft, and not guarded and like, huh, my heart's in
Yeah.
a box and do like, I still want to be soft. I still want to be me.
Yeah.
Trying to lessen the anxiety this year.
I love that. Just let things roll off.
Wellbutrin. I am going to convince myself that down the road I will be able to love again, but also walk away from something that does not serve me.
God, I hope you can.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Tomorrow the sun will come out. Tomorrow. Another part is I feel like I'm learning ambition versus presence. So I want success and growth, right?
Of course, who doesn't?
But it's also like I'm always in motion, right? So I want success, I want growth, I want all the things. But maybe it's my age, but I feel like I am in this phase of I want peace, I want time to breathe, I want less stress in between all of the chaos. So that's nice.
Living the dream.
I'm trying
to shut your brain off at the end of the day. Like, I don't miss that about the corporate world. Working a job that you just can't shut off from. Can you do that?
No.
Or I feel like you go home, you're doodling, you're like constantly thinking about work.
Yeah, like right before we were recording this, I'm sitting there drawing a flash sheet.
But you love it though, right? Like that's not.
I do.
It's not work. Like it can be stressful, I'm sure, deadlines and such, but
it's just exhausting. Like when your brain doesn't stop. Yeah. Like it does not stop. So, I mean, that ties into like independence and community too. So, for example, like Thursday night, I was supposed to go to a like local bar and it has like local comedians and stuff with
I love that.
One of my girlfriends, and it was going to be like a handful of us, right? And I left the shop and I came home and I could not get it in me to go socialize. Like I was absolutely zapped. So old me would be like, have a cup of coffee, go out, socialize, network, be seen, do this, and now I'm like,
it's okay to not want to.
It's okay to rest, and I really just want to stay home with my dog. Yeah. And that yes, sometimes I need to force myself to socialize, but also if my therapist is listening, which she does every Wednesday morning before we meet, so she gave me this rule, right? When I was like super depressed a few months ago, she gave me this rule. I am not allowed to cancel plans. I am allowed to rearrange them, but I am not allowed to cancel them. So I definitely failed that on Thursday and I canceled. But I'm also noticing that it's like making me not make plans. Because I'm like, if I'm not going to be able to cancel, I don't want to make plans. But then
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Probably a bad thing to not ever leave my house. But the other part of it though is it's a good thing because it makes me not make plans just to stay busy. It forces me to make plans with what aligns with me.
I love that.
So I feel like I'm saying no to plans more. And I'm sorry if anyone's listening and you're one of the people that I've said no to. I have a really hard time making plans. Like I have a very hard time making plans because I'm busy. I don't know how I'm going to feel.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're choosing to make the right plans when you can. Like you'll make time for them when they feel like the plans you need to make, not just the plans to keep you busy.
Correct.
If that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like it sounds like you're just investing your time where it needs to go, not just because you have it.
It's a yes, and it is a very large learning curve because normally I'm like, yes, I'll go out. Yes, I'll go do this. Yes, 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 man. And now I'm like,
great movie.
I'm going to not open your text message because I don't have an answer yet, and I'm going to leave it.
Oh, you're turning into me.
Oh, I've been that person, girl.
Oh, wow.
I finally got all of my text messages down I was at like 35 unread text messages, and now I'm at 7.
Oh, no. Nope, that circle, the red circle, nope.
But I can't, if I'm not gonna respond, I can't open them, and I can't respond to some of them because I don't know.
Do you have read receipts turned on? Turn them off.
No, I mean, I open them and then I mark them unread so that I know to go back and respond. I also don't respond to people if I can't actually entertain a conversation.
No, I don't do that either. Like, if
Because I don't
have
wanna be the person that's like,
Mm-mm.
"Oh, hey, how are you doing? Da, da, da," and then they answer, and then I fucking go MIA for a week.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
It's
I don't
so
do that
hard.
either.
It's so
I don't do
hard.
it, but you gotta find you like, the people that are close to you, right? You can say, "Hey, I see your message. I'm not there right now, but I'll get back to you when I am."
No.
Like, you don't have anyone that you can do that with?
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
that's how
but
Nicole and I are. She's like, "Respond when you can." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not
yeah, no,
in it."
I mean, we naturally do that. Like, I'll text Haley and be like, "Yo, I know you're at work. I know you're in the OR, but
Yeah.
respond when you can." Or Diana, I'll be like, "Hey, I know I haven't seen you in a while, so here's a really long text message checking in. Please take your time to respond because you're busy as fuck." Or like they'll do that to me too and be like, "Hey, I know you're busy at work, but da 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 da."
Okay, so you have people that you can be
I have
honest.
previously set that expectation with them.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
I mean, it's like a business. You can't open it. Like, if you get a business email, I mean, actually, I lied. I am not treating my friends like businesses. I apologize. Because actually, when you own a business and you get an email, you want to respond within 24 to 48 hours before they move on. So I'm
Touche.
sorry to my friends that have decided to move on because I don't write back. Unsubscribe.
They're treating you like a business email.
Unsubscribe. I'm just going to walk around with an unsubscribe button on my forehead. If you'd like to
Oh my
unsubscribe
God.
from my friendship, I apologize for being unavailable.
Do you remember when I had my full mental breakdown? God, when was that?
We've had quite a few of those in our life. When was the last
I know,
one?
but it was like the first big one since Mom had died. And I was out of work for like a month. I was on leave of absence and I came out to see you. I stayed in La Jolla at a hotel for a few
Yes.
days and
That's all
stayed
you
at
had
your
to say.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I think at that moment is when I realized that I was always making choices based on what everyone else needed,
I was going to say
you
for
know, and
everybody else's benefit.
responding to everybody's messages on their terms and doing what they needed when they needed it. And never taking my own needs and voice of reason um into account. Yeah.
Isn't it wild how, like, we have to be selfish, right? We have to put
Yeah.
ourselves first. But then we also have to give to other people if we want to receive. So it's push and pull.
Yeah,
I
no, it
think
is
that's half
100%.
I think that's half of my anxiety.
Yeah. No, it's hard. I think as long as you're in communication, all people want is to feel acknowledged. Truly. Like, everybody just wants to know
I'm
that
sorry to everyone I haven't responded to.
what they've said landed, right? Everybody wants to
Yeah.
feel like that. And so I think as long as you're communicating, even if you're saying, "Hey, I see you, I hear you, I have your message. I don't have the space in me right now. But I will." I think they just want to make sure that they're seen. And you can still be selfish in that by taking that time while also meeting their need.
I would like to schedule
Oh.
a message so when you text me, it says, "Hey, I'll get back to you when I can," like a voicemail.
That's so impersonal. Please don't do that. I
You
hate that
can't
so
do it
much.
anyways.
Unless you're in like a meeting. Yeah, you can set like an away message type thing. Or you can send like an auto
Terrible.
whatever.
It sounds
I don't
terrible.
know. I don't know. Freaking tech. I
Just
don't know.
come into this friendship knowing that I suck at responding and I am busy and I am a tired girl and I will eventually get to it. Like, you had to do that, like you were saying when you came out here.
Mhm. I just
Like,
shut everybody out.
yeah, and then you had to, like, learn, "Okay, I can respond to you right now. I'm not ready to respond to you right now. I'm
Mhm.
ready to respond to you right now. I
Mhm.
don't wanna respond to none of you right now."
Well, you also make it seem like I had that many people in my life, like friends. I don't have that many friends. Oh, you were a little lonely. I was a little lonely, but the people that I did, even you guys, like I had to portion control across my days just because I didn't have the headspace for it. Any last minute thoughts?
Negative. Story time concluded.
Story time concluded. Cheers, bitch.